So it's very nice to share this time together and, in a sense, to be together for this meditation and this teaching. And I thank you for being part of this. And we'll start with a meditation. And as an introduction to the meditation, I want to mention that part of any meditation is coming to terms with a thinking mind, thinking that sometimes distracts us from the present moment, distracts us from staying present in a relaxed, easy way, a deepening way with the breathing, and and to come to terms with it so that it's not our enemy. It's not. We don't see it as a mistake or that we are thinking a lot or wandering off in thought, but at the same time that we don't get lost in it. And one of the things to consider is that to whatever degree we get preoccupied with thinking, it represents a kind of trusting that the mind has in thinking. That the mind somehow thinks it's important to think, something inside of us is invested in it or involved in it, to keeps it going and fueling it. And what we're doing in Dharma practice is learning that we can trust something else other than our thinking. We can trust mindfulness. We can trust that ability to be aware of it all. And as soon as we're trusting awareness, we'll find ourselves in the present moment. Because being aware, awaring, is only happening in the present moment. And where we can trust our breathing, trust mindfulness of breathing, trust both together. And breathing, it can be imminently trustable, to entrust ourselves to simplicity of breathing, or the potential simplicity of it. Sometimes it can be complicated initially for some people. And one of the things to do, though, is one interesting thing to do is when you find yourself lost in thought, involved in thought, that rather than quickly coming back to your breathing or quickly, in a sense, reestablishing yourself in the present moment, letting go of those thoughts, take a moment to see if there's any sting with thinking, any little subtle or big ouch, some little stress, de-stress, some little pain, awkwardness, discomfort that's somehow associated with thinking. And so I'm calling it a little sting. And that sting is there especially if the thinking can be there, if the thinking is in any kind of way self-centered about me, myself, and mine. Because when it is, then that's self-concern. You might find it has a little contraction or tightness or stress as part of it, the sting. And if you feel the sting, the discomfort, the underlying distress that might be involved in thinking, then don't be upset about that or reactive to that. Just, see it. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. But in recognizing it, then it might be more harmonious and more easier to not so much unconsciously trust your thinking, but trust something else, something that doesn't have that sting. And maybe that's what we're learning to do as we do mindfulness practice. We're trusting mindfulness and maybe trusting your breathing more than you trust thinking, at least during the meditation. So taking a meditation posture, assuming a way of meditating that's appropriate for you, and gently closing your eyes and gently settling into your body, maybe wiggling your body a little bit, twisting it a little bit, swaying your body a little bit to help you find a midpoint or a good way where the body is positioned. So the body supports you in being alert and supports you in being able to relax. And then to remind yourself, remind your whole physical and mental, emotional system about breathing, about being at home in your breathing. You might take a few long, slow, deep breaths and tell yourself silently, here in this body breathing, here in this breathing body. And as you exhale, to relax the body, here. And then to let your breathing return to normal. And as you inhale, let your mind find some place in your body where there's tension or holding. The muscles are held tight or up. And as you exhale, say the word here in the way you would say the sound ah, here. And relax that part of your body. Breathing in and here, relaxing. It might be the face, the shoulders, the belly. It might be the arms and hands. Or the legs, the hip joint. The lower back. And it might be the whole body that's held in check or bracing itself or resisting something. Softening, relaxing the body. And breathing in a normal way, take a few moments to also feel the area of your brain or if any place in your body that you associate with thinking. Whether you think in words or think in images. Is there any place in your body that seems to be the location of that thinking or that's activated or tense, energized by the thinking? Maybe around the forehead, just behind the forehead. And as you exhale, perhaps a few longer exhales than usual, iron out the mind, quiet the thinking, letting the waves of thinking settle down so the mind becomes quieter, stiller, maybe almost as if the mind spreads out wide horizontally, like the surface of a calm lake. Where thinking are the waves on the lake. And as the wind dies down, so do the waves. As our involvement with thinking reduces, so our thinking gets quieter and softer. And then to gently enter into that place in your body where you experience breathing, where you most can feel how the body experiences breathing. So rather than being in the control tower watching it all, is there a way of settling into the body's experience of breathing? And there are many different aspects of breathing, parts of body that are activated and sensations that come into play. If it's easy enough, allow yourself to notice whatever is pleasant about breathing. Whatever has a nice feeling, so that maybe you have an appreciation of breathing. Even if the breathing is labored or restricted in some way, might there be some little point in the cycles of breathing that feel nice? And if it is, allow yourself to feel that pleasant sensations or what's nice about it. And perhaps what's nice about breathing can be like a gentle hand that's holding your hand, a gentle support that helps you hold you close to the breathing. Relaxing the mind as you exhale. Whenever the mind wanders off in thought, relax the mind and relax back into your breathing. And if you find yourself wandering off in thought, when you notice it, linger there for just a moment or two to see if you can notice the sting of thinking. What feels unsatisfying about being involved in thinking? Even if the thoughts themselves are pleasant, is there some way in which thinking is unsatisfying? As a sting, an ouch. And once you recognize, and if you recognize that sting, then gently let go of your thoughts, maybe let go of the sting. And begin again with your breathing. Perhaps returning to what is satisfying or pleasant about breathing, or what is satisfying and pleasant about being aware of breathing. No matter how long you wander off in thought, you're always welcomed back into the present moment. The present moment is always here to receive you without any judgment or criticism or concern, except for being with you in the present. And then noticing any way that you feel settled now or calmer, or that awareness maybe feels a little bit more available and receptive, open. And maybe with the help of a little bit your imagination, open your awareness up, your attention, to take in, to receive other people. Bring to mind the people you care for, love, the people maybe of your neighborhood or communities, family, friends. And in this calmer, maybe more receptive mode, with nothing that has to be done, nothing has to be said or accomplished, to just be aware of these people's presence. Maybe breathing with them. And maybe feeling some sense of care or goodwill, tenderness. And to wish them well, to have the aspiration that they may be happy and healthy, safe, joyful, unburdened, free. And is there a way of having that wish, that well-wishing, as something which opens or touches something good in you, something pleasant, something warm, something kind. And letting this warmth, this kindness, this tenderness spread out to others. Perhaps you can wish all beings well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free. And may you aspire to act on those little and big ways, opportunities that come along, to help make this possible, to support the happiness and welfare of others. May our practice be dedicated to the welfare of all beings.